Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
The Black Business Expo is changing my life. This year, they are giving away laptops and even $5,000 in cash to students just like me. I'm Alexis, and I want to go to college to fulfill my dream of becoming an entrepreneur. Help the Black Business Expo going to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com and also becoming a vendor, a sponsor, or donating.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur? Or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be leaders, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world. Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
A was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak in English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso, a new concept in social media. Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Trousseau is both social and safe. We refer to Trousseau as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Trousseau even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Trousseau is live, y'all. We've launched in beta and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Trousseau. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Trousseau is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaugh, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series. And I am your business moderator for this day on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Please join me in welcoming Alan Thornton to the stage as the Trivera revenue leader and a dynamic force behind the renowned 40-acre conference. Alan exemplifies visionary leadership in creating wealth and opportunity worldwide. A Wharton executive education alumnus based in Houston, Texas, Alan has been recognized in Houston Business Journal's prestigious 40 Under 40 for his exceptional contributions to business and community. His unwavering commitment is evident in his diverse expertise, ranging from commercial real estate to brand marketing, and his innovative approach in leveraging technology like blockchain and enterprise software. Alan is not just transforming business landscapes, he's forging pathways for minority communities, aiming to bridge wealth gaps and foster economic empowerment. Let's give a warm welcome to a true leader of legacy builders, Alan Thornton.
How you doing today?
I am doing just wonderful. How are you doing, Alan?
Man, I'm doing incredible. I appreciate that eloquent introduction on this early Wednesday morning.
Oh, man, it is all you. I'm going to let you take the stage. Genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
How's everybody doing today? I'm glad we had an opportunity to spend some time together this morning. So what I want to go over is legacy, right? This is Financial Literacy Month, and a lot of times we are taught different things and different principles. So what I want to do is go over some principles that I've learned, because a lot of times we don't need to be taught, we just need to be reminded. And this last March, a couple weeks ago, I had the honor and pleasure of taking a drive with my 9-year-old daughter all the way from Houston, Texas. We took a road trip to Hollywood, California. So I want to go over 3 things that trip taught me, because there's nothing like a teacher being a teacher, because then they get taught. So I want to go over that and really tie things into some of the things that Grant talked about during that introduction about the 40 Acre Conference, about some really good and exciting things that are coming up, and see if some of those thoughts and ideas foster some new innovation for each and every one of you. So if you're ready, say I'm ready. Type it in the chat. I know it's early, but let's go. So a little bit about my background story, so we can kind of frame one of my mentors that I've met through our business dealings and with Dr. Kelly is Dr. George Frazier. And he says, hey, one of his favorite and most memorable quotes is, the picture always looks good when it's framed correctly, just like this picture right here that you're looking at on the screen. So just to give you a little bit about my background, my mom's from New York, my dad's side of the family is from New Orleans. So I have the best of both hustles. And when you look at that background and you hear my voice, you're like, where is he from? That's where that mix and kind of sounds like an island accent, or you don't have to ask me if I'm from the Caribbean, right? We're all from Africa, and we made a few stops in between. So that's where the accent comes from. So I am Black and Creole, so we can get that off of the table. Even more than that, and more into my background, when I grew up in West Texas. My mom and dad came in, and once I came along, they settled in El Paso and Fort Bliss. Many of you know that town. It's one of the second biggest Army base in the world, where a lot of people go to get deployed. So a lot of my family was military, and a lot of those values, even though I was never in the service, were instilled in me, whether I knew it consciously, but unconsciously. As I started to do some of the things that I do, I realized it came from my upbringing. Went to school in New Mexico State for a year, went to play ball there, and like a lot of times it did not work out the way that I wanted to, but that wasn't the end of the story. I went to and graduated from Texas at San Antonio, moved around a little bit, had an opportunity to live in the best city in the summer in the world, Chicago, but I quickly found out that in the winter was not where I wanted to be. So I moved back. I moved to Texas, settled in Houston, where I've been the last 14 years. Have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter, and have had some excellent dealings in Houston. It's the most diverse city in the U.S., which is excellent. And I love all of the different foods and the cultures there. But let's segue to talk about this road trip. A few of the things that I learned is, hey, you want to make more money than you spend, right? Sounds like an easy principle to learn. But I remember as we were going down this road trip, and every single stop that we did, it was actually a 46-hour road trip. Took 13 hours and drove and stopped to see my family in Fort Bliss. And I remember every single gas station we would stop at. My daughter was asked, hey, can I get this? Can I get this? And about a month before that, I went to the market. So last year, I took a trip and it's going to be an annual trip to Africa. And when I went to Africa, I bought a bunch of different necklaces and goods and things from the market in Africa. And I gave this big chest to my daughter. And I said, look, this chest is now yours. And anytime daddy has a pop-up, you are going to have a pop-up. And I'm actually going to give you this product, but you are going to sell it and you're going to make money. So she is an absolute killer. You will not get by her without buying something. And if you don't want to buy something, she's going to ask you to be a part of the community and make a donation. Takes Cash App cards. It's phenomenal to see. But needless to say, all of that money that she earned, right? One is figure out a way to earn some money. The second is make more money than you spend. And these sounds like elementary principles, but somewhere in what we do, we start to get lost in, right, all of the fun, the material things, the things that maybe in a trap that other people may have that you want. So you go buy things that you don't need. And I started to learn this because in talking to my daughter at every single gas station, Daddy, can I have this? Can I have this? Can I do this? And I let her know, hey, some of that money that you made, bring it on the trip. I had a speaking engagement right before spring break, and she recorded it. And it was an incredible engagement. I was on with a couple of NFL players and a CEO of a company that's about to go public. So it was a phenomenal panel. She recorded it. And, for that effort, she made about $100, which is a really good gig. Now, she took some of that money and I said, Daddy, do I need to bring my own money? Before it was like, Daddy, why don't you pay for it? Now it's like, hey, I will help you produce your own money. So remember where that money came from. So when we go, I will continue to help you produce money. So the question is no longer, hey, Daddy, can you pay for this? It's, hey, Daddy, how much of my money should I bring? Which is an incredible paradigm shift when you get people in the realm of producing, which is a very fruitful concept. So all these different gas stations that we went to, she would say, can I have this? Can I have this? And it's very different when you are spending your own money, right? Things are different. So the second principle, one, make more money than you spend. Number two is understand things are very different when you're spending your own money. So I spent about 12 years in the corporate world, right? On and off in different stints, and still do some consulting and have clients that are Fortune 500 companies selling enterprise software. But things were very different, right? When I had an expense account and, we could buy whatever we want. We could go on, $300, $400, $500 lunches, right? Just because, take clients out. But that is very different as an entrepreneur, right? You may not need to go to Mastro's Steakhouse for lunch. You may start to understand that minimum effective dose that you can have a great lunch and still really understand and get to the goal that you want to get to without breaking the bank, because it's your money. And once you understand that and step out on your own and start to really track that, which it sounds elementary, but these are some of these things that I kind of retaught myself in just a simple trip with my daughter. And those were very reinvigorating lessons to learn. It's like, hey, you tell your daughter this, but hey, are you preaching this? Are you actually doing this? Are you keeping track of all these things? And you almost put you back on track, right? Because if there's any, like my daughter, she looks just like me, right? She looks like a little light-skinned version of me with more hair. So looking at her really helps me remind myself to be on the track and the trajectory that I actually want to be, even if it's at that moment, right? Because you're always in this game that we call life, making constant corrections to get to the destination that you want to ultimately arrive at. So I learned that, retaught myself that principle. And the last thing was, hey, we go to, I remember we stopped in this small place, and it was in, I think it was right outside of Alamogordo. It was in New Mexico, in the middle of nowhere. I think it was Hatch, New Mexico, because there was the Chili's there, right? And always be ready to showcase and share your story, share your product, share with what you have, because you never know who may want it. So we're in this little town in Hatch, New Mexico, and there's all these chilies, right? Hatch is the chili capital of the world. Hot chili, red chili, green chili, your chili, like whatever you want, and it's phenomenal. It's all made right there, and they ship all over the world. But I remember I was wearing, and I always wear, and I'll show you, an ad. You're like, what's he doing? Is he taking this clothes? No. So I always have my Africa pendants, right? And she has a bunch as well, and they're straight from the motherland. But I was wearing one, she was wearing one, and one of the guys commented, oh man, that's a nice chain. And before I could even say anything else, she said, would you like one? Right? She didn't lead with, I always tell her, lead with the value, lead with what they want, not with what the price is. And she said, do you want one? He said, absolutely. She said, funny enough, I may have, and I also, this was to the T, and I was just watching this like, whoa, right? Because she said, you know what? I may have one more. We're on a trip to Houston. And I'm sitting here like looking at a version of myself, right? Because you talk about urgency, you talk about scarcity, you talk about getting people what they want because it's valuable and not because of the price. And I'm just sitting back, and she said, I may have one more. Is this were you serious? Do you really like? He's like, yeah. No, I want one. And then she did something, and I was like, she's 9 years old, right? And she's seen me in different places do these things. Didn't even ask the price. So she ringed up. She was going to get this candy and everything else. And before we rung up, he told us what the price was. I don't know, it was maybe $50 or something like that. And she said, okay, well, here's what we can do. Only give me 10 and this product. So what did she really create? Right? I'll give you this necklace. I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll do. Just give me $10 and we'll call it even. Now, on the surface, he had probably never seen something like that. He's in a small city, Hatch, New Mexico. And the value that created, I was like, right? $60 was what that sale was worth, right? Because the product and the chilies and everything was probably $50. She said, just give me 10. So in his mind, right, he was only coming out $10 because that product probably cost him a subset of that. But the value that was created, right, $60, and she got the product for free. So she got all this product. She had got that Africa product for me because I donated it to her as her dad, and she just put $10 in her pocket. I was like, the trip could have ended right there, right? Because once I saw that, I was like, man, that I'd never, besides the fact that I remember when she first came out and watching her when she was born, and looking at her the first time, I've seen her win competition. I've seen her win medals, but that was one of the greatest moments of my life as a father, to see that transaction happen. It was just smooth as butter. So I say all that to say, those three different tips. Find a way to generate income with what you have, make more money than you actually spend, and the biggest thing is find a way to create value. And those are all things that I learned on a spring break trip with my little girl. So here's a bonus. This is a fourth one, and I'm going to talk about creating value. And I've had the honor and pleasure, as you heard Mr. Grant talk about. You heard him talk about the 40-acre conference, and this is something that was near and dear a few years ago when everything happened during COVID, and we were forced to sit down and watch things unfold in front of us. And George Floyd died, right? There was a lot going on, but everybody was watching because there was nothing else to do, right? They had a lot of disposable time on their hands. So a lot of corporations, right? A lot of government officials, a lot of celebrities said, look, there's some really bad things that have happened in the Black community. So what we want to do is we want to find a way to sow back into that community, because there's been some really bad things that have happened. So, hey, I'll give $1 million, I'll give $5 million, I'll give $100 million, I'll give $1 billion, I'll give $20 billion, up to $100 billion. And when we were sitting back and watching all of this unfold, I could not help but think, unfortunately, these great aspirations are never going to come to fruition, right? I've seen this episode before. Math is my best subject. History is what I enjoy the most. And it brought back flashbacks of, even though I was not there, I have read a lot on 40 Acres and a Mule. And 40 Acres and a Mule, for those of you that don't know, was a promise that was made to the Black community that was never kept back in 1865. Now, 2 years before that, the slaves were actually free in 1863, but it didn't get to Texas, close to where I live in Galveston, until 1865. That's why we celebrate Juneteenth. Now, during that time, once that happened, there was a period of time that the Union Army got together with a bunch of pastors and a great idea, and a bunch of landowners, and said, look, we are going to take and get a bunch of this land, and what we are going to do is give every single freedman and woman, right, 40 acres and a mule, which was a great deed for all of these people that had built up our country to that point. And some of the same language was happening at that time. Hey, I'll give $1 million, I'll give 20 million, I'll give it, right? Same back then, it was land. I'll give an acre, I'll give all of this land. And ultimately, when the new president came in, when Andrew Johnson came in, pretty much reversed that. And hearing some of the same language within a few years, right? Oh, well, have you given the land out? Well, you know, it's a 1-year commitment. Well, it's a 3-year commitment. What? It's a 10-year commitment. And it ultimately got swept under the rug, never to be seen again. And it's one of those things that gets swept under the rug, but actually was something that was promised. And I said, you know, this is going to happen again. If people aren't held accountable and showcased for actually making these promises and being able to showcase and track these things. And what I saw is, look, I'm just a guy, right? And nobody else is stepping up to make this happen. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to put together some government officials, some celebrities, some influencers, some people of influence, and call it the 40 Acre Conference. Bring them all in one place and showcase all the great things that they are doing for 2, maybe 3 reasons, right? One is to help that next generation be what they see so they can create legacy, and we can have these things recreated, the good thoughts, behaviors, the things that create and produce great things in our nation. We want to pour gasoline on that, because a lot of times, like where I grew up, there was not a lot of opportunity, and you can go left or right real quick. And if there is no vision, right? People ultimately perish. That's why we have the largest school to prison pipeline in our community. Most of the people that are in jail are African American, right? Because of their environment. But if they're shown something at a young age that they can rise above their current circumstance, we can really decrease that gap very quickly, expeditiously. So one of the things I want to do is be able to connect with people, because I didn't have a following. I still don't have a huge following, but I know how to connect with people. And at first it sounded crazy. People said, and all of this is the bonus of creating value. I'm going to cut off here in a minute, but just showing you how value can be created out of an idea, and people will sow into that idea. We had a bunch of different people, and I remember going to the Centennial of Black Wall Street about 3 years ago in 2021, around the same time. And during that time, I met 4 guys. I met Big Mike coming in. I met Rashad Troy and a gentleman named Hill Harper. And they were in a small place in Tulsa, Oklahoma, talking about financial literacy, just like we are right now, on the Centennial of Black Wall Street. So this was May 30th to June 2nd, 2021. And during that time, these gentlemen were talking about creating a conference called InvestFest, right? And this was before InvestFest, before their FAP. Most of you know those gentlemen as Earn Your Leisure. Now, as they came through, now they have the largest conference in the world. Over 25,000 people flood into Atlanta every single year. And I saw that happen. 90 days later, they started their conference, right? And they executed. 90 days later, we started our conference. 6 months after that, we started the Juneteenth Hall of Fame. And we give out awards to top entrepreneurs. We're very excited because we have one of the most iconic awards. We launched it in Miami at Art Basel last year. And what we were told is, hey, this is the most iconic award since the BET Award, right? And that says says the people in that industry. And it's a silhouette of Martin Luther King, has over 400 years of history embedded in the award, and changing the narrative from just sports and entertainment really to entrepreneurship. And it's in the shape of a record. So it's a very, very, very iconic award. And then it has augmented reality embedded into it. So you can actually, wherever you are in the world, take a picture of it and you can see the whole wall. And we're taking it to another level this next time. So we're in that same, and I'm tying this all to a bow before I get pulled off by Dr. Kelly. But in my trip to Hollywood, and tying this back to the spring break trip, my daughter wants to be an actress. So whatever she does, whether it's gymnastics, whether it's soccer, whether it's basketball, whether it's volleyball, whatever she does, I make it a point to dive all the way in and to give her any leg up, any vision that she can be the best at. I don't care what she does, what any of my kids, I want them to be the best, and I want them to visualize and see that they can be the best. So we go all the way to Hollywood, right? We drive, and like, man, that's a lot of time. You'll never get time like that. She's 9 years old, right? Next time she'll be 11, like next spring break that we have. And I may never get 46 hours willingly in a car with my daughter again. So it was an incredible experience. Needless to say, we go to Hollywood, California. Not only did she see the stars, I asked her to, hey, take a picture by the star. I want you to visualize the star. We even went so far as to get one of those people that had the letters, had the red carpet, put her name on a star. And I said, look, we're going to take a picture with your name on the star. And what do you want to do? Okay, you want to be it. So we're going to put that silhouette of, because there's different categories. For those of you that have never seen a car, there's radio, film, television. So you pick, depending on what you're best known for, you do that, you put it on. There's a special red carpet, and it's like a ceremony. So she actually did, right, the same kind of ceremony that they would do if you got your own Hollywood star. So I was looking at that and I said, we're going to take this to the next level. So I had the opportunity to work with one of the greatest artists in the world, Mr. Alexander Rockefeller, and he helped us design our MLK Award, which we are going to do. And I'm letting you know for the first time right here. So we did MLK with our signature 2 years ago. And I'll tie this all in a bow. 3 years ago, when I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I remember seeing Sheila Jackson Lee and letting her know, hey, we have this 40-acre thing. I don't know exactly how it's all going to come together, but when we do get it together, I would love for you to be a part of it. And I can remember being in the back of the room, and there was some gentlemen laughing, saying, because she was talking about Juneteenth before it was a holiday, and saying, man, it is hard enough to get a holiday, much less a Black holiday. It's hard enough to get a federal dollar. Black holiday, that'll never happen. Needless to say, fast forward a year later, Juneteenth became a holiday. And I came back to her in Houston, Texas, and said, hey, remember you? She meets a lot of people. No. And then I showed a few pictures. Oh, yeah, Tulsa, I remember you. Well, I would love to create the Juneteenth Hall of Fame. So on that day in June, we actually got the stamp of approval from federal Congress, right, with Sheila Jackson Lee, and we have the proclamation from Congress when we started the global Juneteenth Hall of Fame by the person that created the legislation. So it started to grow. Now, this next year, so this past silhouette and this past MLK award ceremony had my signature. This Juneteenth record will have Sheila Jackson Lee's signature, and in the background, it will have Harriet Tubman, right? The one of the most iconic figures in just abolition, slavery, just building the Moses of our people at that time, right? Who freed us out of the captivity and built, a lot of the Underground Railroad. Another thing that we're going to do that is absolutely iconic, and many of you will be able to access this from all over the world, because not only do we live stream it, also this metaverse experience you'll be able to see. So all of the different awards that we give out, so we'll give out 19 special awards to entrepreneurs, 19 awards to corporations that have supported the Black community, 19 awards to those people. And many people kind of threw rocks at me, but I give 19 awards to people that don't look like us, that supported the Black community. If you remember the Million Man March, 20% of those people were not African American. We needed those people to get to that stake. So back to the Hollywood story, we are going to do squares. So in addition to the actual plaques that people get that are iconic, that they can put on their wall with the record signed by Sheila Jackson Lee with over 400 years of history, and it's an iconic piece with Harriet Tubman in the background, we're going to do a walk of fame, and we're raising money for our own venue, right? Intentionally. And at this venue, even before the venue is built in the metaverse, we are putting down the Juneteenth Hall of Fame. So similar to Hollywood, in that same room, in this metaverse room, you'll be able to see not only the star, whether it's real estate, whether you're in tech, whether you're a serial entrepreneur, whether you've been in media and marketing, you will have, just like entertainment, film, radio, they do in Hollywood, this is the Juneteenth Hall of Fame. Those entrepreneurs will have those iconic symbols that will sit there forever. And the incredible thing is there's we're going to have our venue, which we're ultimately going to have the larger 40-acre conference at. In addition to that, George Frazier, the gentleman I told you about before, who I gave an award to last Juneteenth, is building an iconic Juneteenth or a Black Legacy Museum. And we are actually going to be the first museum, the Juneteenth Hall of Fame, in that museum in Atlanta, Georgia. So a few things happening, tie that all together. I know I've enjoyed our time together. I've told you a little bit about my spring break trip with my daughter during Financial Literacy Month, talked about finding something that you can sell to generate money, making more money than you spend, finding a way to create value, and then the biggest thing, creating value for our people. So, Grant, I thank you for having me today. This has been a
Oh,
phenomenal.
no. You don't get off that easy. No. No. We got a few minutes here.
He said, no, you ain't going nowhere.
Not at this point. First of all, thank you for sharing today and your journey and with your daughter and everything you're talking about. So important. Understanding this whole thing around 40 acres. Some of our audience do not understand or don't know what that means. 40 acres, 40 acres and a mule that was done. This is back in the Civil War time. Can you give us a little context around some history so they understand exactly what that's about and how you're tying that back into your history?
Absolutely. So all of that is our history. So Black history goes back, and those that what we're seeing right now is those that don't understand history are doomed to repeat it. And history, unfortunately, tends to repeat itself. So back in 1865, slavery was abolished. It was actually abolished 2 years before that, but it didn't get to Texas until 2 years later on June 19th, 1865. And that's why we celebrate Juneteenth, right? The last place was right here in the Houston area, down in Galveston. And after that, shortly after that, they said, look, just like you hear right now in the pandemic, hey, so bad things happen to the Black community. So we want to make it right. So we want to give 40 acres and a mule. It sounded just like you hear right now. Hey, we want to give $1 million, $100 million, $1 billion. And those parallels still happen. A year later, they said, hey, where's the land? Well, we're going to roll it out over the next 2 years. You look back to 2020, 2021, 22. Well, we're going to roll it out the next few years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Where's the land? Well, some of those programs we're revamping and we got to pull some things back. What are you hearing now? Hey, well, some of those diversity and inclusion, we're going to do away with some of those positions. And so those parallels, and ultimately 40 acres and a mule got swept in the rug. Ultimately, that $300 billion that you heard about in the pandemic of all the great things that were going to happen in the Black community is going to disappear if we don't do something about it. And I'm not saying that we have to start a riot of our nation, because that's not how the pen is mightier than the sword, right? So you got to get to the right people from a political standpoint, from an influence standpoint, and say, look, here's what you committed to. Just let's talk about this and let's figure out a plan to roll that forward. And the biggest way to do that is through awards. People like to hear their name called. So we get all these corporations in a room and give them an award and say, hey, thank you for all the great things that you've done to the Black community. And what happens is that next big corporation says, man, we committed to, let's roll out some of those things that we were going to do. Not to shame them. Let's really recognize those that are doing things, and we'll see some progress on those overall things. A lot of it's going to disappear, though, unfortunately, but we're going to get what we can.
It's so important to keep telling the story. People sometimes they listen to these things. Oh, they want a handout. This is a handout. This is not a handout. This is payment for activity and intentional behavior by a group of individuals against another group of individuals that was never compensated. And if you look at other groups, like the Japanese during World War II and some other groups, they were compensated for what the government did and said, hey, you know what? We were wrong. Here's some money for what we did. Try to make this right. This was never done for the Black community for hundreds of years. And the narrative have always been like, this is a handout. No, it's not. No way in shape or form is any kind of handout. This was institutionalized racism that limited Black families from being able to be their best selves in this society, in this community. And then because it was limited, self-limited by law, this is not someone's opinion. No one's just running around here calling you names. This was the law, and this created the impoverished situation that we're in. And we're just looking for our just due because we're trying to overcome these kinds of institutions that happened in the past and now in the present. And we're trying to get our just due. Would you agree with that?
100%. Yeah, 100%. A lot of people think now I am more of the opinion of I'm going to get the perimeter, get what we can have, and it's icing on the cake if that legislation gets passed and we get because I'm not waiting for it, because there was a lot of people waiting around for their 40 acres and it didn't happen. What I'm going to do is find those people that really want to and not worry about those people that don't, and then everything else is icing on the top.
I agree with that. Thank you for all that you're doing, Alan. Give us how to contact you so we can get more information about your organization.
Absolutely. So you can reach us online at 40acreconference.org, 40acre Conference on all social media platforms, and that is 40ACRE Conference, CONFERNCE.org is the website. At 40acre Conference on Instagram, on all social media, our YouTube channel as well, where we are going to start and see this. And I would love to see each and every one of you there. Those of you, and Dr. Kelly will have a special live stream ticket that want to watch it. You'll get in there, it's a $1,000 ticket, but you'll get a special $19 ticket live stream if you want to watch from afar. So.
Wonderful, wonderful, Alan. Thank you for being on the Black Business Network. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Thank you.
Wonderful conversation. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that is on the screen below. That's $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students, you can register online at blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want you to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. And we want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for April 2024. NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, 5-Star BDM, Lotus for Shade Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia's Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Hello LLC, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Coming, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Creative Force Studios, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaw explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun.
Phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Rhonda? And leave an inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious. How did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it.
If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that?
Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics are essential platforms for Black business owners globally. They provide the tools and support you need to succeed in today's competitive marketplace. Join us today as we collaborate together with businesses from around the world to support our children, students, and young future entrepreneurs, Black businesses and corporations. We raise funds for students going to college and young entrepreneurs who are aspiring to be business owners, and we invite you to be a contributor today. Visit the website www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to connect with and learn more about how the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics can help you not only share your amazing business story to businesses, but also serve future generations. Hello, my name is David Jones, CEO and co-founder of the Hello LLC, where we help businesses build a culture, brand and experience, and leverage technology to pivot into Web3. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into Roku, Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Spotify, Twitch, and Google Podcasts. Tune in, turn on, and let's thrive.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
5-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.5starbdm.com today to learn more.
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kingston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
So what we have to do is when we get in the spot, we need to create some spots for us. That's the main thing. We need to be able to be in a position where we're able to create those spots for us. For me, being an entrepreneur, I'm not just going to get a business and then leave you sitting high and dry. If you ask me some questions about entrepreneurship, I'm going to give you as much as I received. I've seen people who made it, and then when you ask them, it's like, okay, now you have to pay me for the information, the same information I got for free. We probably in totally different cities. There's no way that we're going to bump heads or anything. We're not competing. Bring me up with you. And so I just think that whatever education that I have, then I need to be able to give that to my own as well. So create the spots. You can create the spots when you get there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series. I'm your business moderator for this day on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. I'd like to welcome my next speaker, Dr. Barbara Wright, the visionary founder of Certified Dream Builder, is a distinguished figure in grant writing, fund development, and educational training. With over 20 years of expertise, she has become an instrumental force in securing substantial funding for a variety of entities, amassing over $150 million in grants. Her career spans influential roles such as program manager for the Housing Authority of Kansas City and grant manager for Kansas City Public Schools. Dr. Wright's innovative contributions to the field include the 1 Hour to Grant app and the 1 Hour to Funds Budget Scaling app, along with her acclaimed Canvas grant writing system. These tools reflect her dedication to efficiency and effectiveness in grant writing. Her educational prowess is showcased in over 30 developed courses, and there are accompanying curriculums and workbooks covering essential grant-related topics. As a holder of a lifetime Missouri certification in business education, a bachelor's in business administration, a master's in education curriculum and instruction, and a PhD in religious education, Dr. Wright stands as a beacon of knowledge and inspiration. She's not just a grant writer. She is a transformational mindset motivational speaker, inspiring organizations to achieve their highest potential. Join Dr. Wright and Certified Dream Builder Incorporated on a journey to turn visionary ideas into funded realities. Let us welcome Dr. Barbara Wright. to the Black Business Network.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?
I am great. Great. Glad to be here.
Well, I am glad you are here. Wonderful, wonderful history of work that you've put together. And thank you for sharing your knowledge today on the Black Business Network. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Thank you so much, Grant. Good morning, everybody. I am so glad to be here with you this morning. Thank him for giving you that little preface. But I tell you what, today it's just about me and you and I, however you want to put it. It's just about us. So I'm going to talk to between us this morning. And I'm going to talk about a new book that I have called The 4Ds of Discovering Your Life Purpose. And those 4Ds include discovering, designing, defining, and deploying your purpose and aspirations. That in grant writing is definitely included in that. Building your business is included in that. Building your nonprofit is also included in that. I find on many occasions when I'm talking to businesses and nonprofits that maybe they have missed a part of that purpose. And if you don't build on a solid foundation, it's sometimes difficult for you to move from where you are now to where you need to be. So I put this book together to help us in finding our purpose, finding what it is that we are to do, and then moving from there. So I'm going to give you examples of each one of those 4Ds and what you should be doing if you're really wanting to find purpose, if you're really wanting to keep that blood pressure low, get rid of the stress. Because a lot of times the reason we're stressed out and the reason that we're not finding success is that we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing. So let's dive right in and see what we can do. Okay, as far as the discovering, we're going to start there because remember, I told you there are 4 different areas that we are going to cover. So the first one is discovering your goals. And let me go back and just give you the 4 of those. Again, discovering your goals for academic, personal, or business success. The second one is designing your plan for success. The third one is defining the steps in your path to success. And then the fourth one is deploying your success, your plan for success. And if we have an opportunity, we'll even go into one of the exercises that you can do alone or you can do with a friend. It's up to you. So we're going to start with our discovering our goals. How do we discover our goals? I got 7 simple steps for you to determine what your goals may need to look like. Number 1 is use personality test tools. People have been around for thousands of years. People have been on this earth for thousands of years. And there is nothing really new under the sun. So a lot of those personality tests can tell you what your skills are. They can tell you what your skill sets are. I like to tell you that you are an asset millionaire. Every one of you that are listening to this, you are an asset millionaire. And what you say, Dr. Wright, what do you mean by that? I mean that you were born with everything that you need to succeed. If you take a look at your hands, you have a fingerprint. And there's a 1 in a million chance that someone else has the same fingerprint in you as you. There's probably not anyone else that has your fingerprint. So it's important for you as an asset millionaire to develop those assets that you have and to learn what they are. So personality tests help you with that. Number 2, look through your phone. Many times the thing that you spend most of your time on is where your goals probably should be. And hopefully they're going to be positive. Because if you're finding yourself spending your time on negative things, then you might need to find something else to spend your time on. Look for opportunities that you value. What is it that you truly value in life? That means you need to know yourself a little bit. Sometimes we're busy in everybody else's business. We can say everything about everybody else. We're reading about what everybody else is doing, but we don't look for the things that we value because that's what's going to keep your blood pressure down and keep your stress level down and help you to be happier. Number 4, look for opportunities that you enjoy. There are 7 parts of each one of these 4 goals that I've given you. So we're talking about the discovery. The 4th one, look for opportunities that you enjoy. The 5th one being listen to those around you that are giving you your good and bad qualities. Now, some people are just negative. No matter what you do, they're going to talk negative about you. And you'll have to have discernment of spirits to know who those people are. But sometimes people are telling you things that you do need to come up in. So be willing to listen to those good and bad qualities that people give you and spit out the bones. Those things that you know are not indicative of you, spit those out. Number 6, remember your childhood. Remember your childhood. Know what's happened in your childhood. What did you love to do? In my childhood, I was teaching. We were teaching the animals. We were burying the animals and having funerals for the animals. I mean, I was compassionate for people back then and animals. And I was teaching from knee high to a bumblebee. In my kindergarten year, my teacher realized that I had a gift to remember long strands of poetry. So she had me do the poem Annabelle Lee as a kindergartner for the 8th grade graduation. So remember your childhood. What were you doing back then? Because I can pretty much guarantee some of those same things that you were doing then, you're going to be doing now. Where do you spend most of your discretionary income? That is a great way for you to discover what it is that you should be doing in life. So now we're going to move to number 2. Hopefully, you can use those 7 areas to discover what it is that you are to do. Now we want to design it. Once you discover, okay, yes, I'm an asset millionaire. I sing, I play ball, I develop things, I'm an architect, I'm this, I'm that, or the other. So you want to determine what it is that you are doing. And then you're going to design it. Okay, so how do you design it? You don't reinvent the wheel. You use business plans. You use business plans of other people. Now, I do know the whole world changed during COVID. And I do know that there's going to be disruptions in all types of fields, including with AI, including healthcare, the automotive industry, the finance industry, the retail industry, the manufacturing industry, the education industry, the agricultural, entertainment, customer service, and the cybersecurity industry. All of those industries are changing with the advent of AI. But you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to find business plans. You want to keep up with what's going on. You want to do some research and development to find out what is already there, what can you use, and what do you need to recreate. Number 2, you want to save time and money by watching how-to videos. That helps a lot. If you can go to platforms like YouTube and watch how-to videos on whatever it is that you are designing. Now that you've discovered what it is that you should be doing. And then you look for the top 100. I can't speak enough about that. Whatever you're doing, try to find the top 100 that are doing it and doing it great, because that will keep you from making some of the mistakes that you would make had you not known the top 100. Even if when you do that research, you only come up with the top 10, that will give you a place to start, because we're not going to reinvent the wheel. Then you design a wireframe. What is a wireframe? You say, Dr. Wright. Well, I'm an app developer. And when you develop apps, you have to develop a wireframe so that you know what's coming next. Because sometimes we have things in our mind, but we don't put it on paper, so we don't know what it is. So a wireframe, in other words, is just a step-by-step plan as to how you're going to get from where you are now to where you're going to be. Remember, we discovered what we're going to do. Now we're in the designing phase. So you need to develop a step-by-step plan. In my grant writing books, I call it a canvas, and we develop our canvas. In your life, you need to develop your canvas, your step-by-step, as to how you intend to get where you're going to get. You want to develop your 5 W's. I don't care if this is a personal aspiration, a professional aspiration, or a career aspiration. You want your 5 W's. You want to be able to answer the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why of what you are doing. Everything has a cost, and that cost is in the what. So who, what, when, where, why. Those 5 W's, you want to answer those about whatever goals you're doing or whatever you're trying to develop or design. You want to answer those 5 W's. Then you want to discover the abundance gap. There is an abundance gap. What I mean by that is there's enough room for you and other businesses. So you don't have to kill other businesses for your business to flourish. What you want to do is you want to support other businesses, and then that will allow your business to grow. Just work with the abundance gap in mind, knowing that you don't have to kill anybody else. You want to build, you want to find the gap and fill the gap, because there's probably some things going on over here on the left. There's probably some things going on the right. How do you become the answer to their problem? That's another way to say that, filling that abundance gap. How do you become the answer to other people's problems? Why do you think George Washington Carver was able to be successful way back in the day when it was very hard for African Americans and Black people to be successful? It's because he became the answer to people's problems. You can do that today. And then number 7 for that is to prepare for change, because change is inevitable. I just got through telling you the areas that's going to be disrupted with AI. And I might have even mentioned your area. You have to prepare for change, because change is definitely inevitable right now. So we've talked about discovering, designing, and now we want to move down to defining your goals. So once you have discovered and you have designed those goals as to where you're going, then you want to define it. You want to define it. So how do you define it? There are some steps in defining it. The first thing you want to do is you want to have your mission and vision statement, whether this is a personal goal, an academic goal, or a career goal or professional goal. You want to write a mission and vision statement. Your mission statement is where you are now and what you are doing right now. And your vision statement is what you want this to look like when you become ultimately successful. That is the purpose of writing that mission and vision statement, so that you can get clear. It's very hard for you to ask people for what you need and ask people to be able to come in and help you if you don't know what your mission and vision statement is, whether this is personal, academic, or professional, whether you're starting a business or a nonprofit, or whether you're going for some college degree. You need to have a mission and vision about what your ultimate goals are. Number 2, join online and offline groups and associations with similar goals, because you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Joining those online and offline groups is a great way to find those like-minded individuals. Learn your alphabet. That's number 3. What is the vocabulary associated with whatever you're doing, whether you're doing personal, academic, business and professional, nonprofit? Learn the alphabet, learn your vocabulary of whatever it is you're doing, because if you learn that vocabulary, it will help you to be able to talk with collaboratives and partners. They will enjoy talking to you because you know what you're talking about, or they feel like you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing. Learn your numbers also. What are the costs associated with whatever it is that you're doing? What are the um, costs associated with your business? What are the costs associated with your nonprofit? What are those costs associated? There are always costs. If you decide to go back to school, there's a cost for that. If you decide to stay home with your family, there's going to be a cost for that. If you decide to start a nonprofit, there is a cost to that. There is a cost for everything. So what is that cost? That's learning your numbers. So you want to learn your alphabet and your numbers. You want to use best practices with tools and tips and techniques for your goals. What are the best practices that are already out there? That was the purpose of looking at business plans and seeing what everybody else is doing. Again, we're not reinventing the wheels. You want to use strengths and weaknesses to build partnerships. So if you have weaknesses, you remember earlier I told you in the designing phase, you want to take, in the discovery phase, you want to take personality tests. Well, once you take those tests and you learn what your strengths and weaknesses are, you want to use those strengths, but you also want to support your weaknesses by finding people to work with you that are strengthening in that area. Even listening to Warren Buffett will talk he's spoken very highly of the person that he played bridge with. They didn't have a business. They were not nearly in his category, but he learned from them. He said, all of my investments mainly came from my bridge game, talking and listening to them and listening to what they were saying. And now I believe the person that taught him to play bridge is a multimillionaire herself because she's teaching other multimillionaires and billionaires how to play bridge. So it's important for you to not only listen to those people that you think, oh, well, they've made it, they've arrived. Sometimes it's good for you to listen to a child, listen to the voice of a child. Some of the biggest amount of money that I made, I just happened to be on the plane with a kid, and he said something on the plane. And when I got to where I was going, I ran out of merchandise. I was going to an expo, ran out of merchandise, thought back on what that child had said when I was on the plane, ran and made a flyer with those things on it and some things that had come to me as I was listening to him, and was able to sell that for the rest of the expo. So, make sure that you're listening and don't always feel like you know everything. You have strengths, but you also have weaknesses, and sometimes you can build partnerships to make up those weaknesses. Number 7, weigh the advice from people who haven't been where you're going. Sometimes people who haven't been where you're going can give you some decent advice. That's in defining your goals. And now we're going to move to the last part of this, which is deploying your goals. Sometimes we wonder, why am I not successful at business? Why was I not a successful student? Why have I not been able to just move the way I want to move? Why am I'm not successful in my ministry? Whatever it is that you're doing, you're wondering, why can't I move any further? They say that a church that gets to 250, if they don't do certain things, they're going to stay there. They will not grow past that. You're wondering, why do I get to a certain point and then it just falls apart? I can go this far and it seems to fall apart. Well, it's because sometimes we deployed before we discovered, designed, and defined. So now we're finally up to the deployment. How do you deploy those assets? Since you are an asset millionaire, as I said in the beginning, how do you deploy those assets to where you can turn your assets into cash flow? Well, number 1, you want to develop a 10-second elevator speech about your 5 W's. Remember the 5 W's that we talked about earlier. You want to develop that 10-second elevator speech, and if applicable, at what price? So design that speech, because you're going to have to convince other people to work with you. You can't do anything alone. You have to have those that are going to work with you. Number 2, you want to, if you are the beautician, do your own hair. In other words, if you are the doctor, take care of your own health. Your customers don't want you coughing all over them. When I go to the beautician, I want to know that her hair is done or his hair is done. So practice what you preach, in other words. Number 3, take advantage of free social media. I just, every Monday and Thursday, I do a free session on Clubhouse because I know I can't serve everybody. Everybody is not my customer. I can't mentor everybody. So therefore, I give my service away on Clubhouse every Monday and Thursday. I have 25 books on fundable grant fund development topics and 25 accompanying books on grant writing. So I share one of those books each week, and then I turn around and repeat it for the rest of the year. So this right now we are on book 17, and next week we'll be on book 18. Every week we cover one of our books, and then we'll start over at book number 1 in about July, I believe it is. So we cover each one of our books for free on Clubhouse and live on Zoom every Monday and Thursday, because I know I can't serve everybody, but I take advantage of the free social media. Take advantage of it. I do it free on Clubhouse. Take advantage. Do profitable volunteering wherever you can. What I mean by profitable volunteering is volunteer where in the areas that you want to work. Even your children, those children that your grandchildren that you're trying to leave an inheritance for, you want to make sure that you're encouraging them. They call it targeted volunteering. If your child wants to be a nurse, they should be volunteering at a hospital. If your child wants to be a pilot, maybe they should be volunteering at a downtown airport or a smaller airport, or maybe they should be in pilot training programs for youth or aviation programs for youth. I put my son in a Google camp when he was a boy, and his team won the Google Challenge. And he told me just recently, now that he's in his late 20s, Mom, I should have stuck with that. That was the bomb. Number 5, whatever you do it with excellence. I can't speak on that enough. Whatever you're doing in this life, make sure that you are doing it with excellence. And don't forget to say thank you. This is the next one. Don't forget to say thank you for those who help you, because there are always people out there who are helping you. I tell my grant writing clients, think before you bank 7 times. Think before you bank 7 times, to make sure that you let people know that you do appreciate whatever they've done for you. And you'd be surprised. I have had grant writing clients who sent out press releases or thanked before they banked, and they ended up getting additional grants because other people saw how they had posted online or in the media somewhere. We received a grant from this person for this, and we are extremely grateful. It's going to allow us to do our program. And then someone else calls them and say, hey, I've got some money that I need to give out, and I'm thinking I'd like to give you 65,000 or 200,000. Yes, I've had my clients have had that happen. For those of you that want to come to Clubhouse, one of my clients who had that happen comes to Clubhouse all the time, so that you can kind of hear and see what I'm talking about. And then remember the word Sonder. If you don't remember any of these other strategies that I've given you, I want you to remember that word. What does the word Sonder mean? The word Sonder means that everybody that you pass by, everybody that you have passed by, have a story just like you. Sometimes we feel like because I'm Black, I can't get this. There's this statistic about us. There's educational statistics. There's personal growth statistics. There's all kinds of statistics about us. Some negative, some positive. Mostly negative. But you don't have to take every statistic and apply that to your life. I tell people, dig deep down into your DNA and pull out some of those DNAs of those kings, queens, administrators, those people who built pyramids that they still can't figure out. Pull out some of that DNA. Stop pulling out the DNA of Nook Nook and Ray Ray that got into trouble, went to jail, did this and that and the other. Pull out some of that positive DNA so that you can become that asset millionaire that you are, and not only become the asset millionaire, but deploy those assets so that they can become cash flow. Remember the word Sonder. Every stranger you meet has a story. I've talked to billionaires, billionaire kids, I've talked to millionaires, and I find out that many of them feel like they've had just as much trauma as you have. They feel like they've been through just as much as you. I talked to a billionaire's wife a few years back, and she said, my kids don't talk to me. And I'm thinking, I may not have as much money as you, but I don't know how I would feel if my kids didn't talk to me, because I love my children. I wouldn't know how I would feel. That would be just life most miserable. So I finding myself praying for this woman. Yes, she's one of the richest women in America, still is. But I found myself there standing with her, praying with her that her kid, because I'm feeling sorry for her, that her children, that they would be reunited. And thank God I saw in the news a couple of years ago that they were reunited. And I was so thankful for that, because I can't even imagine life like that, to where that my children and I were not in communication. So just remember the word Sonder. Everybody has a story as unique and different as your story. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Dust yourself off. Use some of these tips that I've given you in discovering, designing, defining, and deploying your gift and talent. And if you're interested in getting the book, because there's so much more in the book than I can cover here, it's a workbook. So you will work your way through this so that you can discover, design, define, and then deploy your gifts and talent. But I want to go through one of the exercises with you. It's an activity that I have developed in here. And what you do in this activity is I'd say close your eyes. And what I want you to do is reflect on what brings you joy, fulfillment, a sense of purpose. Consider how you would use your talents and passion if financial constraints were no longer a consideration. So, this is how we're going to do that. We're going to imagine that after 1 year of being a multimillionaire or billionaire, wherever you need to fall, wherever you fall, after 1 year, you have traveled all you wanted to do, you have helped your family, you have helped your children, you've helped your friends, you've started businesses, you've traveled the world, you've done everything you wanted to do. And you wake up one morning and say, what am I going to do with my day? Because you've done all of these things. It comes back to purpose. If you can think about that and think about what you would be doing with your life after 1 year of being a billionaire, that will probably get you closer to purpose, because no longer are you defining your goals based on poverty. No longer are you defining your goals based on my Uncle Nook Nook and Ray Ray were drunk, so I'm going to be a drunk. I've never been exposed to anybody else, nobody in my family. No longer are you defining yourself by that. So if you can put yourself in the place or in the mindset of a multi-millionaire, billionaire type, and I know that money is relative. I'm thinking one way, and I have an assistant who is going to school here from another country, and she was talking to me about how their goats are so valuable where she lives, and she was talking to me about how someone stole 6 of our goats and this and that and it made me think I will not again talk to people about an amount of money, because I remember when I was young and married and we were short $5, it was the same feeling as I had when I was short on a payroll and it was $50,000, or it's the same feeling as if you need $500,000. Her 6 goats was just as important to her as that $5 shortage or that $50,000 shortage or that $500,000 shortage or that $1 million shortage. So it doesn't matter whether it's 6 goats that someone stole or you're $5 short or you're $50,000 short. It's the same feeling. So make sure that, so I can't tell you what you're looking for, whether it's hundreds of thousands, millions, or billions. But wherever you can imagine yourself, if you can just imagine yourself as having the wealth and having done everything that you wanted to do, whatever wealth is to you, if it's 6 goats or 600,000 or 6 million or 6 billion, whatever wealth you can think of, you've already experienced that for a year. Now you want to think about, what are you going to do with your life? That's going to help you discover your purpose, because it's going to help you determine those things that are important to you. Now I'm going to go back through these 4 areas again that you need to look at when you are discovering, designing, defining, and getting ready to deploy your life purpose and aspirations. So step 1, you want to discover those goals. And I gave you 7 steps for discovering those goals. And those 7 steps again are: use personality tools, look through your phone, look for opportunities that you value, look for opportunities that you enjoy, listen to those around you about your good and bad qualities. Remember those things that you were passionate about in your childhood. And number 7, where do you spend most of your income? The second area in designing your goals, don't reinvent the wheel. Use business plans and other information. Save time and money by watching how-to videos. Look for the top 100 in whatever goals you have in mind. Look for those that have succeeded. Number 4, design that wireframe or your logic model or your step-by-step or your implementation plan. Develop your 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, why. Discover the abundance gap. Make sure that you are filling the gap and becoming the answer for other people's problems. Number 7, prepare for change. The third area is defining your goals. The 7 areas in defining your goals is making sure that you know your mission and vision statement. Joining online and offline groups and associations with similar goals. Learning your alphabet, which is the vocabulary of what you're doing. Learning your numbers, which is the cost associated with the vocabulary. Using best practices with tools and tips for your goals. Using strengths and weaknesses to help you build partnerships. Because yes, we all have strengths and weaknesses. And then weighing the advice from people who haven't been where you're going, because sometimes they can give you tips that will help you to be successful. Deploying your gifts, as I just spoke about, developing the 10-second elevator speech about your 5 W's and at what price you will charge for that. If you are the beautician, do your own hair, practice what you preach is what that's saying. Take advantage of social media, especially the free social media. Take advantage of AI. Do profitable volunteering. Whatever you do it with excellence. Don't forget to say thanks to those that help you. This is in deploying those goals. And lastly, as I covered, remember the word sounder. So I'm hopeful that discovering the 4 Ds, which include discovering, designing, defining, and deploying your gifts and talents will help you, whether you're going back to school, whether you're starting a nonprofit organization or a for-profit organization or grant writing, whatever it is that you're doing, if you can keep these 4 Ds for discovering your life purpose in mind, I think it can support you in being successful. And don't forget to exercise, close your eyes, and begin to think about those things that you would do or you would have done for the whole year after you received all of these, your 6 goats, your millions of dollars, or your billions of dollars, whatever it is that make you feel abundantly wealthy. After you receive these things, you've got everything that you need and you've got enough to spare. And you've been successful for this 1 year and you wake up still needing that purpose and you have no financial constraints. What is it that you would do? And if you can begin to write those things down that you would be doing, I can almost guarantee you that you are closer to your purpose. That's going to get you closer to your purpose. So hopefully our leaders are going to come back, and that's going to be it for me today. How you doing? Okay.
Oh man, I'm just sitting here listening to you, Dr. Wright. This is wonderful. Great advice for people. I like that mind shift change. You know, put yourself into the mindset, the winning mindset, but do those things. Don't just talk about it. Let's walk the walk and do what you can within the resources you have, and you start attracting that kind of reality to yourself. I love that.
Thank you so much.
You have been wonderful. And before we let you go, we've got the audience has to know. I know you talked about Clubhouse and some other things. What is the best way to keep in touch with you?
Okay, they can find me 24/7 at certifieddreambuilder.com. And on Certified Dream Builder, we do have lots of free resources, business, personal, academic, and professional resources on there. We also have what we call Pay What You Can live video events every Monday and Thursday. If you got zero, you you got the 6 goats and no money, you can come. If you've got $100 to donate, you can. If you got $1 million to donate, you can come. So it's pay what you can. Those are Monday and Thursday. And then we also have the Clubhouse aligned session. Now, these are Monday, we teach you how to do fund development, program development, and fund development, finding the funds to support your programs. And on Thursday, we actually teach grant writing, how to write grants for the 25 fundable topics, including reentry, including domestic violence, all of those. And you can find all of that information at certifieddreambuilder.com, as well as the apps that I've developed, the budget building app, the grant writing app. You can find all of those right on certifieddreambuilder.com.
That is wonderful. Thank you again so much for being on the Black Business Network. This is wonderful. I love you. I want you to come back and continue to share with us on your expertise. So thank you again for being on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
Yes.
She was wonderful. Great information. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App that is on the screen below. That's $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. You can register online at blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We would like to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for April 2024. They include NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, 5-Star BDM, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Hello LLC, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA, Genius is Common, and I will see you on the other side.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Rocher, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Rocher Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Rocher Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Rocher, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur, or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader, an expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things. And then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand, like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglasses. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, you know, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you know, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style, and it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, you know, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, you know, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at them. You know, I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. You know, I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. You know, people asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show. Artist to me is a creative expression of something from nothing. You know, it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. People ask me, why do I do pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it, to kind of dominate them, dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those four corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces its community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Truso even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Truso is live, y'all. We've launched in beta, and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Truso. We've created something special, for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Truso is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is coming.
Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-Star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaw explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business.
Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series. And I am your business moderator for this day on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community that is sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Now, I will be your speaker for this particular hour, and I want to talk to you about brand strategy and why that's so important. A lot of people, when I engage with them, and I ask them, so what is your strategy? How are you going to achieve your particular goal? And what are you doing around that? What is that going to look like from a day-to-day business application? What are you going to do when you wake up in the morning type of thing? And a lot of times what I find out is that you don't have a business plan, or there's a difference between a business plan and a business strategy. So two different things. A business plan, for the most part, is something that you gather, you pull together, and you're going to present that to a financing entity to tell them how you're going to achieve your goals and why they want to invest in you. And that's your overall business plan. Or it's also something that you would share with potential employees or anyone interested in your business. You would have an overall business plan that would come together and kind of tell the story about your business and why it's important. The strategy is how you get there. So important, because getting into the playbook of the day-to-day grind of running your business is so important. And if you just kind of wake up each day and you don't have a very succinct plan for your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what you're going to do and what is important, what is your focus on, what is your revenue generating activity. And that is so important when you start looking at an overall structure of a strategy of how you attain the goals that you've set out in your mission. And a mission is very, very important. Because you look at your mission, you kind of unfold it. Everybody has seen that movie, Mission Impossible. He's given a mission. He goes into this, dark room. He finds some kind of way, and this mission comes out. And the person who's employed them says, hey, I need you to go out and do this impossible task. And then if you're successful, you're going to be able to get more opportunities, that type of thing. That's your mission, right? What is your mission state about you? And why is that important? Because if you don't have your mission, this is your guiding overall framework for why you're doing what you're doing. What is the big why that you're here for? My mission is around small business development. I want to take my 25 years of corporate experience and bring it to the small business owner. I want them to understand what it takes to be successful, because even though I was in Fortune 500 companies, that's a huge, either a national or international corporation, but they still operated in departments. So a department is really like a small business. So I'm very, very familiar with the tenets of small business operations and what it takes to be successful on a day-to-day basis. And as a individual contributor, as an account manager or a business development manager, I understand ownership. See, in entrepreneurship, you've got to take ownership of your particular business model and then have goals that you've set for yourself and then reach those goals or exceed those goals. And you've got to have an overarching strategy to do that. Now, when you're in the sporting arena and you have a coach, and that coach now then recruits his team, he says, you know what? I need a quarterback. I need some running backs. I'm going to need an offensive line that can block. I'm going to need my wide receivers that can catch the ball from the quarterback. And I need a stellar defense because the other side of the ball also has an offense that's trying to score. And the strategy is like, how am I going to achieve that goal? And each business opportunity that you involve yourself in is a game. And if you're following sports, and I love the sports analogies, that each opponent that you're going to go against has a different strategy. It's not cookie cutter for every single game, every single business opportunity that you're involved in. All of them have different nuances. They have different strengths. They have different weaknesses. There's different opportunities. And obviously, there's threats. So there's a SWOT analysis that you're going to have to do for each and every engagement that you involve yourself in. And you've got to understand the objectives. Have you defined your objectives in very succinct manner, meaning you have objectives and then you have results from those objectives that you want to achieve. And then what are the tactics that you're going to use to achieve those results? That is what is so important, especially when you get into the brand world. You're going to have brand objectives. And these are business objectives simultaneously. That's why I do branding and I do business development, because I see them working together a lot of time. If you've got a great brand, that's going to help your business development actually to operate easier than if you did not have a brand, and vice versa, right? Very, very important. So I want to ask you this, and this is from a branding perspective. Do you have a dominating market position statement? What is your dominating market position statement that says, this is who I am? It's a bold statement. It's part of my BRAVE framework that I use in my strategy, BRAVE, right? Because you've got to be brave. You've got to be bold in today's business world, right? So that B is so important when I'm talking about the BRAVE framework. It's a bold statement. What is your dominating market position? My dominating market position statement is that 5-Star BDM, we create 5-star brands that people will follow. That is my dominating market position. That is what I'm leading with. That's my chart. That's my flag. That's what I'm going out. That's like, and when you see my logo, that's what you say, you know what? That's 5-Star BDM. He actually build 5-star brands that people will follow. Those are personal brands. Those are business brands. These are brands that we're creating that has a voice, that has a pulse. And that pulse is to have people to follow them. When you have a charge, people like to follow leaders. You have to have a leading statement. So when you have a leading statement, you automatically attract followers. Like, I believe in that. That's a cause I believe in. I'm going to follow that. That's interesting. I like what you're saying. So that's part of that big, bold statement that you want to get out there. You know, a lot of times I say, I'm pioneering the future of branding. I'm empowering businesses. I'm enriching communities. I want you to join me in doing this. It's part of my bold statement. It's part of my BRAVE framework. And you've got to have a signature branded program. I always encourage my business owners when I'm consulting with them to have some type of signature branded program. Like, what do you mean, Grant? This is something that you're doing that is different. It's a differentiator from your competition. What is your signature brand program? When you think of 5-star BDM, what is my signature branded program? It's Follow the Brand, the Follow the Brand podcast, right? Where I feature business owners, entrepreneurs, career professionals in areas of technology innovation, career business development, financial empowerment, brand mastery, personal branding. This is my signature brand program that I lead with every single day. Every week I have a new episode. Every week you can see it as a TV series as well as an audio podcast. This is a signature branded program that I'm putting out there that's building brand awareness constantly. And if it's doing that, it automatically goes to the next level. People will do in their contemplation of if they want to do business with you. It goes from awareness, and then it goes to consideration, and then it goes to conversion, where you're actually engaging with them in sales activity, right? So I want to ask you, what is your signature branded program? What does that look like? Do you have that? Has that come together for you? And as you're thinking through that, think about your competitive landscape. Have you done your research? Because that's the R in the BRAVE framework. I talked about the B, being bold, your brand identity, right? So important. Your brand strategy, so important. Now we get into the R, that's your research, the market research, and understanding the competitive landscape. A lot of times, and I've seen it so many times, when people want to go into business, they say, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. I have the technical skills to be effective in the market. Now I'm asking, all right, define your market. And they kind of fall short. They don't understand what that market landscape looks like. Because if you don't understand the market landscape and what you're operating in, who your competition is, what does that look like? And your competition may not always be another business. It could be the status quo. This is really the biggest, and I have found this so many times in my sales career and my journey in corporate America, that the biggest problem, biggest obstacle wasn't another company that did something similar to my product and services. It was the status quo, the mindset. They did not want to change. They want to keep doing the same thing they've always done. And that is a big inertia that people naturally don't like to change. So you're offering change. And if you're offering change, you have to understand that your competition actually is the status quo. And you need to actually market to that and understand that. And understanding your audience's position, your customer's position. Sometimes people think about positioning, they're thinking about their position in the market, where they're, I'm at the low end, I'm at the high end, I'm offering, high pricing, I'm on low pricing, where am I at? Am I in the niche business? Am I at the more prestige part of the echelon? Like, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the position and the mindset of your consumer, of your target market, of your target persona, the people or the businesses that you're going after. What is their mindset? How do they look at what you're trying to do? And how does that change their business? And is there an impetus to change? The only reason that someone is going to change is because it has a better outcome. And I have talked to business owners about this very fact, that organizations and people don't buy your products and services. And they get a big, what do you mean they don't? They don't buy your product and service. They buy the results. They want the results. So your positioning has to be around the new results that they will gain if they do business with you. What does that look like? And you have to understand the financial metrics around that. What are they going to gain by working with you and your company that they can't gain by doing what they're doing already. Then it starts, once that's been established, right? Now they're in the consideration phase. And then they start thinking, all right, I hear what Grant's saying. I see what 5-star BDM does for products and services. I see that they're offering a different result that's 5x, 10x better than what I have today. I'm going to consider that. And you know what they're going to do then? They're going to do more research. They're going to start saying, okay, I have 5-star BDM over here. Let me see companies that are similar to his and see if I can get a similar result by working with them, but maybe at a lower price point or something to that effect that I can't get from them. Now they're starting to do research on you. And that's when you need to understand the other part about knowing your competitive landscape, understanding the market size, understanding who they're going to truly go to get that comparison, because that's all they're doing. They're going to compare you with someone else. What does that look like? So you need to understand those competitors in that space. And if you understand that competitor in that space, you can even recommend to them, you know what? You need to go talk to so-and-so or talk to so-and-so. They do something similar to me. And you're going to find out some things, but you already know your heads and tails above them. You already positioned yourself through your messaging that everything they're going to potentially get from them, you're going to be able to offer them something better. And you have an irresistible offering for them that the competition cannot deliver as well. And that's part of the foundations of driving brand and business development. And I want you to understand this at a very high level and understand the language of business. What are you talking about, the language of business? The language of business is money, understanding profit, understanding revenue, understanding return on investment capital, and the values of time. This is what they want to understand. They want to understand revenue potential. And what does that look like? You need to have a differentiated strategy that talks to this and talks in the language of business. So if you're only talking in products and you're only talking in services, you have not spoken in the language of business. You're only spoken in the language of the technical aspects of what you're trying to get across. And I've seen this over and over again in a lot of the companies that I work with, that they had this particular issue, that their messaging, their marketing was always in technical language, but they're not talking in the language of business. The language of business is financial. So when you understand financial language, that you can then explain them and understand that it can enable this financial gain through a technological edge or an enablement tool, you start to get their attention at the highest levels, right? Because that is what the C-suite is really, really about. They're kind of the banker of that organization. They're only going to invest capital if it says they're going to get more capital in return. So if I give you $1 today, I'm going to get $10 next week. That's a great deal. And if you can articulate that kind of development with your business, it becomes a no-brainer why they're going to do business with you instead of someone else. Because if they're only articulating it at a technical level and they haven't articulated at a business level, they're going to be behind the 8 ball. You're going to win the deal, right? Because you understand the strategy. Now you've got a service strategy that goes in. You've got considerations that's so important. Then you start talking about success factors. What are your success factors? What is the strong network that you have, the unique value proposition? You're delivering measurable results. Because they're going to know, like, okay, Grant, I'm now considering you for this. Prove to me that you can deliver. Show me that you can do this. Can you show me another company that you work with like mine and deliver results? These are where your testimonials are so important. Your referral network is so important. Someone that vouches for you, someone that will advocate for you because you've delivered the results. This is one of the big things that people get in the sales game. Not because they just don't like salespeople. is that they look at them and they're not trustworthy. They're not speaking the truth. And the reason why they get that kind of connotation because they don't tell people about the results. They start talking about the product and the service. And remember, people don't buy those things. They buy the results. So if you can talk about the results, you're going to be much further along. People are going to trust you more because, hey, you have a proven method, right? It's proven. I see it. 1 + 1 = 2 in his world. It's not a wiggle room. It's not a maybe here. It's going to be a strong result. And if we invest in you, $1 today gets me $10 next week, guess what? I'm definitely going to roll the dice and we're going to work with you because it's always a risk factor in anything that you do. And if you can articulate the risk before they do articulate the risk, because I guarantee you, depending on what it is that you are presenting to them as an opportunity of investment, they're going to look at the risk mitigation. Any chief financial officer is going to look at the risk. What is the risk? I can lose that $1 that I invested with you. Okay, what does that cost us? We lose that $1, lose that time, lose all those different things. But if we win, we gain 5x, 10x in amount enough time. So they weigh those things out. If you can articulate those things as strengths in your particular proposal that you're putting together, you're going to go a long way. And then you could talk about the weaknesses. Don't let them assume weakness. There's always weakness in every proposal. Anything in life has strengths and weaknesses. It's just part of nature. What are those weaknesses? What are the conditions that could actually upset the result that you're trying to gain from doing business with you? And if you can articulate those things, it's going to go a lot better. I know in the world I was in, technology, there's always risk. And I would have conversations around it. It's like, well, Grant, what is the risk? I want to get the results. The risk is, a lot of times, is adoption. Will your workforce adopt this new technology and utilize it? Because if they utilize it, we're going to get the result. If they don't utilize it, you won't get the result. It's like, I'm going to buy this car, but then they don't drive the car. It doesn't give you the result that you're looking for because that enables you to get to another location. Very, very important to understand your weaknesses or the weaknesses of the project and entail what the product or service that you're offering. What are the weaknesses, potential weaknesses that could occur? And if you articulate those things in your business proposal, your presentation, your messaging, they understand that because everybody, you're on this planet Earth, everybody understands that there's light and there's darkness. There's things that are happening that you don't want them to happen. There's always that, oh my God, that what if occurs. You want to be able to let them understand that you know these things. That you're not just assuming it's 100%. It's an A+ every single time. No, talk about those weaknesses so that all of a sudden you get buy-in and you're not just doing something that the customer's over here and you're over here. You're now in the middle. You're together. You articulate that we're doing this together. The results that we're going to gain comes from our collaboration of working together, emerging our team. So we share in the results, good or bad. It's our results. So you want to get to that. And those are the great opportunities for doing business and being successful in your business because you have buy-in. So at the end of the day, before you've gotten the results, you're beginning to set up that referral community. People will speak very highly of you, especially when you're not in the room. And they ask, this particular individual tell me about your experience with 5-Star BDM. He's like, you know what? They took me through this entire process. And we talked about the project. We talked about the results, but we also talked about the detractors. We talked about the risk mitigation. We talked about how we have to work as a team to deliver this result. So we came together and we all had buy-in, and then we were successful in what we accomplished. So if you're going to work with Grant and his team at 5-Star BDM, make sure your team is on board with what you're going to do. And you're like, wow, the sales game, this is what it should look like. This is how this should work. But if you're not messaging and positioning yourself in this way in the beginning, it won't work, right? Because you're going from awareness to consideration to conversion, and understanding that you have to have a framework in what you're working within. Because if you don't have a framework, it's going to bite you over time. So my framework, again, is the BRAVE framework. We talked about being bold, that brand identity. So important. Brand strategy, developing what that strategy is going to look like. We talked about research. You've got to do your research. You've got to understand your positioning. You got to understand your client. This is one of the big statements I make almost every single time I talk to an audience, especially around business. You have to understand your client and their situation and their problem better than you understand your own product and services. You will be so successful if you understand their problem, understand their situation much better than just your own product and service, because you're expected to know that. But if you articulate your understanding of their business problem and where they're at, and you can solve that big problem, like, you know what? We went out, we talked to everybody. We talked to IBM, we talked to Cisco, we talked to Lucent and Vi, we talked to all these different people. They couldn't solve the problem. You can solve the problem. Show me. And if you solve that problem, your goal. So you've got to understand that, right? And then you start to develop, once you've got that put together, and you really start to get into your audience, and you really start to understand your audience, and you understand their persona in the brand world, the marketing where you talk about your persona. What is that? That is your ideal client, what they look like, who they are, what their needs are, how they do business, what are their interests, what are their psychographics, their demographics. They get into all these kinds of different things. You need to understand this and live this reality with them. Because if you start to see that there is a big problem here that does need to be solved, and my product or service is not on point, it's not quite there, that allows you to go back and do some reiterations, to change some things. That's why there's always new versions of software that come out. You don't stay on the same version. If you're using ChatGPT right now, your first came out, it was at 3.5. When it first came out, people were like, wow, because it was new. They didn't know what it could do, but it did it very fast. It did it super fast. But then it started to see, it's not very human-like. It's very, very, scientific and very analytical. It doesn't have any emotional content. It's just a little off. So they came out with ChatGPT-4. They listened to the feedback that they were getting, and then they came out with a whole new version that became, this is now the paid version, but guess what? It's worth paying for because it begins to speak in the language of humans, and it became easier to articulate, it became faster to use and incorporate into your business. Very, very important to understand as you come out with a product or service that that you're going to have to innovate it. It's going to have to change over time. And that change comes from working with the audience that you have, right? Your clientele that you have, because customer behavior, customer segmentation, so important. The delivery on your promise is so important. So if you make a statement and you want to deliver on that promise, you have to understand that you're going to make changes, but you have to have open communication, open dialogue with the people that you're working with. So they have to understand that. If you talk to a lot of Fortune 500 companies, and they have their vendor list, and they depend on these vendors, right, for successful projects, because that's how they are promoted forward in their corporations. They have to have true open dialogue. You want to have true open dialogue with your particular business opportunities and clients and companies that you're working with, so that there's transparency that's taking place. This is going to help you with your business development. It's going to help you with your blueprint and your strategy. You're becoming more visible. This is when you start to accumulate what I call your assets. You're getting your assets together and understanding what those assets truly look like. An asset is something that's valuable, right? And it's valuable to you, and it's valuable to your clients. What does that look like? What are the aesthetics around that? So that your brand and its aesthetics and the assets, they all have style, they all have personality, and it's something that you can then go to that V world, which is making it visible. Your visibility and your vision action plan is so important, because that details the tactics that you will utilize to achieve your objectives. So important. How are you going to get the results? You've got to strategize around them. You've got to then look at the tactics that you're going to use to achieve those key results. And you've got to have advocates. You've got to have your stakeholders. That's why I talked about earlier about having transparency, because you can't do it alone. There got to be buy-in from both sides of the ball in order to achieve your objectives and to be have victories and a winning attitude. And along those ways, those milestones, you're building momentum. So when you get into that V world, when you're making it fit your visibility, that's like driving down the football field. You're making a bunch of first downs and you celebrate. And you see how you get a first down, the crowd goes wild, right? You get another first down, the crowd just goes wild. You start to get into scoring position. Everybody, all the intensity is up. There's dramatic tension in the room. And you're right there. You can win the game. You're in winning position. And then you score. That is the kind of emotion and enthusiasm you want in the room. When you deliver on on your promise, and you have the result you were looking for, and everybody in the room is like, wow, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. Now you've made your brand, you've made it visible. That's the visibility. When you've actually delivered the result, you won the game. That is what you've done. And then you get to that E world. What is that, Grant? That E world, again, is that evaluation, right? You evaluate what you've done. You evaluate how you got it done. You measure everything that was necessary. You look at the metrics that you took to achieve your goal, because guess what? You're going to have to do it again. You know, if you're in the NFL, you have to do it next week. You got to go out there and win again. You're going to have new clients. You're going to have new situations. You're going to have new stories that you're going to have to tell. This is all so very important. So you want to understand your vision. You want to set your goals. You want to have alignment with your client. All these things are so very important as you go around your business. So I'm taking you through the BRAVE framework. All right? You begin to understand this better. You got to be bold, right? You got to be resilient, right? You got to be adaptable, right? You got to be visible, correct? Right? And that E, that means you're going to have energy. See, there's different ways I can look at all these different things. You got to put energy in everything that you're doing, because you got to power beyond the resistance. But you've got to do it in a very methodological way in order to achieve your results that are repeatable, because you want something that's repeatable, right, over time, so you can continue to move the ball forward. You got flexibility built in. You're ready to move and shake. So week after week, the different team that you're going to face, week after week, you have a winning attitude. You can go in there, you can win the game, and then you can strategize in what you're trying to do. If you want to know more about 5-Star BDM, I encourage you to go to my website at 5, that's the number 5, star, STAR, B for brand, D for development, M for masters.com. 5-star BDM. You can also send me an email at grant.mcgaugh, that's MCGAUGH at 5-star BDM. Or go to my LinkedIn page. I do a lot of activity on LinkedIn. It's a lot of information there. You're going to see a lot of my guests. I've got over 150 plus episodes that you can learn about technology innovation. You can learn about career and business development. You can learn about financial empowerment. You can learn about branding. You can learn from brand masters. All of this is for free for you. So I want you to be educated. I want you to be armed. I want you to win your game. Very much so. So I want to talk about now the Black Business Network because it's so important. I'm glad they're having me on today and to be the moderator this morning and where I'm located in Miami, Florida. And I want to tell you about the Black Business Expo's mission, which is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund. And you can use the Cash App that is on the screen below. That's $BBX USA. And our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. And students, you can go and register online at blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. And we would like to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for April 2024. They include NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, 5-star BDM, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Hello LLC, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Rocher, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Rocher Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Rocher Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Rocher, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Are you an innovative entrepreneur or business owner ready to embrace the future of business transformation?
The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and it's crucial to adapt and pivot towards success in this dynamic landscape. At the Hello LLC, we are dedicated to guiding you through this transformative journey, offering a comprehensive suite of services that extend beyond the metaverse and 3D immersive experiences.
Our mission is to empower businesses and brands by assisting them in building, branding, systemizing, and automating their operations. We specialize in steering businesses from a two-dimensional existence to a thriving three-dimensional presence, where opportunities abound.
We help businesses harness the power of technology to work smarter, not harder, enabling them to operate efficiently and stay ahead of the curve. Our diverse range of services includes:
Our Biz in a Box is a complete business solution package designed to jumpstart your entrepreneurial journey. From strategic planning to digital infrastructure, we've got you covered. Your one app, one tap solution.
Our Motion Work AI videos transform your brand storytelling with our cutting-edge AI-driven video production, captivating your audience like never before.
Our 3D VR environments will step you into the future of immersive experiences. With our custom 3D virtual reality environments that engage and captivate your customers.
Lastly, in our Pivot membership program, we offer tailored guidance and support to either show you, teach you, or take care of the transformation process for you.
According to a 2023 study by Fundera, a staggering 28% of small businesses in the United States do not have an online presence. This statistic underscores the importance of embracing digital transformation. Having a website is more than just an online presence, it's a gateway to unlocking numerous benefits, including reaching a broader audience, showcasing your products or services, generating leads and sales, establishing trust, providing customer support, and maintaining competitiveness within your industry.
The Hello LLC is committed to helping you excel in all these aspects of modern business, not just limited to the metaverse alone.
Why should you choose the Hello LLC to navigate this transformational journey?
By partnering with us and harnessing cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, reduce operational costs, and enhance brand recognition, all while working with a company that holds integrity in high regard. Our commitment to ethical and principled business practices ensures that your journey towards success is not only innovative, it is also firmly rooted in trust and transparency.
Don't wait. Take the first step towards a brighter business future. Contact us today to explore how we can support you in developing a remarkable digital presence and immersive experience that will leave a lasting impression.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the HeyTie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscriptions. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize, because everyone's a fan of something and everyone has a fan base.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community?
passion has been around helping communities of color and historically underrepresented and underserved communities, minority, rural, veterans, persons who are differently able, in the intersection of education, innovation, technology, industry, and let's throw some entrepreneurship in there just for fun. See more around innovation, incubators, accelerators. I love the idea of going from innovation to commercialization.
Five-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.fivestarbdm.com today to learn more.
Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-Star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaw explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things, and then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglasses. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet. But I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to you have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style. And it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at it. I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. People asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I said, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
My name is Katie Bennett, and I
am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series. And I am your business moderator for this day on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We are speakers, from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. And it is my pleasure to introduce a truly dynamic force, Andre Adams, a powerhouse who not only shatters glass ceilings, but also dives into life's adventures with unbridled enthusiasm. From skydiving and scuba diving to her love for tranquil foods and high-heeled shoes, Andre embodies a spirit fueled by curiosity and love. An avid reader and pivotal figure in the literary community, she co-founded the Keg Book Club, Keg Kids Book Club, and Keg Twins Book Club, and hosts the vibrant podcast Book Babble, where good books are discussed with gusto and a touch of flair. Andrea's journey in empowerment and leadership was ignited under the mentorship of Les Brown and further shaped by John Tallarico at the Proctor Gallagher Institute, where she learned to harness her power voice. Today, she is a celebrated speaker, coach, mentor, and television co-host, passionately dedicated to inspiring others. Her work with the Global Kids Speak Oratory Club is transforming young lives worldwide, helping them to master communication and public speaking. As a multi-best-selling author and the entrepreneurial mind behind Adoranami Learning Institute and Caribbean Things by Adoranami, Andrea remains a vibrant advocate for A21.org, striving to end modern-day slavery. Let's welcome the sassy, bold, and unapologetically impactful leader, Andre Adams, to the stage.
Hello, Grant. Thank you so much. Ooh, that does not sound like me. I love when you read it.
That is all you. That comes from you. You've been doing a lot of great things in your life. I really appreciate you. I can't wait for you to share with us all these golden nuggets of wisdom. Genius is coming, and I will see you on the other side.
Wow, thank you so much. Oh, it's just an honor, a privilege. It's just exciting to be here again on the Black Business Network. As Grant grandiously introduced me, I am Andrea Adams. Today, I will be talking a little bit about utilizing self-acceptance as a way to give you a better you for tomorrow. As we all know, as business owners, we can walk the walk, talk the talk, but if we are not great with ourselves, there will be a point where we reach to burnout, or there will be a point where we will just have that limitation and we can't find ourselves going any further. And one of the ways to be able to get ourselves over those hurdles and not reach to a place of burnout, or not to reach to a place where you're limited, you have to first of all do so by checking with you. And how do you do so is by accepting you, utilizing tools that help you to communicate with yourself so that you can become the best version of you. Of course, as business owners, many of us, we want to just be superheroes and we want to make the world a better place. That's why we create so many great things, so many great products and services that actually helps others. Because as we know, our purpose always lies with helping others. But in order for us to reach to that place where we can fulfill our purpose, in order for us to make the world this better place, we have to ensure that we can give the world a better person. And how else can we do so other than by self-love and self-acceptance? So I'm not going to hold you any further. Let's dive in a little bit into some of the tools and how you can use self-acceptance to free you, to heal you, and to help you to lead a life of radical contentment. Remember that compassion frees you and it heals you. Imagine that. Nothing is greater than freedom and feeling healing within your life. So when you think of having good emotional health in terms of happiness and self-esteem and self-confidence and optimism, mental toughness is what comes to mind, because these are things that we have to work on. You cannot have a fickle mind and be able to achieve these things. You might not consider the ideas of self-love and self-acceptance and self-contentment. Some people don't even think about that. They just go from day to day. But if we really think about it, each and every one of us, we're really and truly trying to reach to a place of contentment. Contentment is a place where we don't need anything and where we're completely satisfied as we are, just as our life is. How many of us are not at that place because we're always seeking more? We cannot find that place of contentment. Think of how many things that we do every day in order to feel content. And you may say, hey, I have reached a stage of contentment, but are you? Do you find yourself sometimes saying things to impress others? Do you say or do things to avoid being ridiculed by others? Do you work a job where you don't like so you can make more money to buy things so you can impress others? Do you exercise and diet beyond what is reasonable to look a certain way to have the approval of others? The list is actually endless. We spend a lot of time during our day trying to feel contentment. And even if we have not recognized it, naturally and innately, we are seeking contentment. However, these things aren't the path to radical contentment. Here's a little quote by Brené Brown. It says, the truth is, belonging starts with self-acceptance. Your level of belonging, in fact, can never be greater than your level of self-acceptance, because believing that you're enough is what gives you the courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect. Yes, she said it, imperfect. Because what is perfection? So, what is accepting? What is self-acceptance? There are many ways to look at self-acceptance, but some are more constructive more than others. So it would be a mistake to think of self-acceptance as a blanket acceptance for weakness or bad habits or negative tendency, in the absence of responsibility to continue to improve. Self-acceptance is not, it's absolutely not an excuse for you to become lazy. So please don't take my words as if I'm telling you, oh, just become complacent. You need to be content. You can still be content and you can still advocate to have self-improvement in your life. It also doesn't mean that you accept your fate and determine that nothing should be done to change your life. Self-acceptance is a reckoning within yourself. It is an acknowledgement of your shortcomings, your character, your strengths, your habit, your tendency. It's about facing the truth and accepting what the reality is. So once you know where you are, you can make a reasonable plan to move forward. Self-acceptance ultimately leads to contentment. So in order for you to get to that place of contentment, we have to really and truly understand what self-acceptance is and work our way to accept ourselves. Once you've gained self-acceptance, then what happens? You gain confidence. And in order to really and truly accept yourself, you also have to understand that you're worthy and feel your worthiness. Remember, these are all different things and these are all different words that a lot of people tend to mix up and use interchangeably, but they each have different meanings. Because if you can feel your worthiness, then you can accept yourself, because you have to understand that you're worthy. In order to accept your worthiness, you have to understand and accept yourself. And in order to gain confidence and do all the mighty things that you want to do, you have to, first of all, accept yourself so that then you can get the confidence to go forward and do it. So self-acceptance ultimately leads to contentment because you're no longer fighting with yourself. Think about it. How can you be your number one fan and still your number one enemy? That doesn't make sense. Many of us we're in a battle with ourselves, and it's self-defeating. You saying you're accepting yourself, and then you're battering yourself. Oh, I didn't do this well enough, or look at this person, they're doing it better than me, so forth. So today I'm just here to encourage you to listen to these tips on how you as a business owner can come to that point where you love yourself and accept yourself and understand your worthiness, and use that as a way to create a better you so you can create a better tomorrow. Remember, we are all here to fulfill our purpose, and that's what we're doing. And in order to do that, we got to start from inside. So you need to free yourself from the punishment. Many of us, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about those self-talks that we have within ourselves that is so terrible. What is the story of you that you have told yourself? You need to get rid of those negative stories, those stories that you have highlighted and you have rewritten those stories and forgot the actual truth. So when you release yourself from the negative thoughts that hold you back and accept where you are at, then you're going to find radical contentment. And that's the place that we are all looking to be, whether or not you're aware of it. So it's easier said than done. Just before I go on to just give you some tips, here's a lovely quote by Jeff Koons. It says, "For me, art really starts with acceptance, self-trust. Wherever you come to with art, it's perfect. You don't have to come with anything. What you bring to something is the art. That's where it's found. It's within you. So remember, it's within you. Starts with you." But all of this that I say about accepting yourself, you may go like, "Andrea, like it's not that easy." Yeah. Why is it so challenging? Why are we so hard on ourselves? Many of us, we're more understanding and forgiving of other people. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. If anyone is going to be on your side, it should be you. So why is it that we're so hard on ourselves? So here are some signs that you're being hard on yourself. You dwell on your mistakes. You compare yourself to others. And you don't give your own ideas a fair chance. Sometimes you spend too much time thinking about your past failures. And you can't take a compliment well. Many of us, including me sometimes, I'm not good at taking compliments. But it's important that you open yourself to that. Sometimes you're unrealistic. It's really not easy to accept yourself because we've been taught that the ideal person is financially successful. They're probably an athlete, attractive, and very cool under pressure, hilarious, creative, and maybe even the life of the party. But most of us cannot check all the boxes. Maybe no one can. There are many signs that you're not as accepting of yourself as you can be. So always be on the lookout for those signs. You probably don't accept yourself as much as you think. Let that sink in. Because many of us, we become so successful and still we don't accept ourselves. But we think because we've reached a stage of success that we have automatically accepted ourselves. And if we really true with ourselves, we have not. Many of us have not. So remember, if you're dwelling on your mistakes and comparing yourself to others, or you don't give your ideas a fair chance, sometimes you spend too much time thinking about what didn't work out. You can't take compliments well, or you're unrealistic. These are just some of the signs that you may be a little bit too hard on yourself. So now that I've highlighted, hey, these are signs, these are ways that you're too hard on yourself. What is the solution? Because what's the point of highlighting a problem if we cannot find a solution for it? The whole idea of today is to really and truly begin to find a solution so we can give the world a better us and make the world a better place. So here are some ways that you can begin to accept yourself. So accepting yourself is not something you can get up one day and be like, oh, I've accepted myself and it's done. It does not work like that because it's a process. It is a habit. It's like exercising. If you want to lose weight or you want to make a change, you got to make it a habit. So you got to do little things. The little things that you do, or sometimes even fail to do each day, actually determine what level of self-acceptance that you have. Because some of us can have a partial level of self-acceptance, but we haven't fully accepted ourselves. Food for thought. So here are some habits that you can take in to help you get in the right direction, to help you to start accepting yourselves. So first of all, you can be accepting of yourself by taking some of these. Let go of your mistakes and failures. Take the necessary time to learn from your negative experiences. Once you've done that, there's nothing else to be gained from them. Just let it go. If somebody is bringing it up, that's their business, not your business. Just let it go, let them go, let everything go. Decide how you can avoid, however, making that same error in the future, but move on. Then only compare yourself to you, because comparing yourself to someone else is like comparing a tree to a loaf of bread. There is absolutely no comparison. How can you compare yourself to a tree? Or how can you compare an elephant to a fish? No. Comparison is a thief of joy. You can only compare what you're doing now, your present results, to your previous results. Am I doing better? Then if that's the case, you have a right to be excited. If you're coming up short, then you know what you can do? Fix the situation. Another way you can help to accept yourself is to separate yourself from your emotions, because your emotions are not you. Listen again. Your emotions are not you. I didn't make this up. You can research it. Emotions are something that you're experiencing, just like if someone is stepping on your toe. Observe them as a feeling in your body. Every emotion that you have, whether it's positive or negative, observe it and ask yourself why you're feeling how you're feeling. A piece of paper blowing by doesn't have control over you. Your emotions does not control you either. So another thing you can do is just to be aware of what makes you unique. Embrace it, because you might have a different hair color, like a flaming red hair, or you may be extremely intelligent, a high IQ. Maybe you're in the bottom of that, maybe you're a little bit shorter than everybody else, or maybe you might be extremely tall. But whatever it is that makes you, embrace it. It's your uniqueness that actually provides the most value to you and the world. So you got to use what is it that is different. Next thing you can do is actually let go of things that you can't change. You're not accepting of your life. You're not accepting of your life or your limitations if you worry about those things that are beyond your influence. Remember, things that you cannot control, ask yourself, is there anything I can do about it? If not, don't dwell on it. And this is not a list to be complacent or a list telling you to be complacent, but then you have to understand what is reality. So another thing you can do is do something that you've always wanted to do. Avoid denying your impulses. Most times when you follow your impulses, it's a good thing that's happening because you're on that frequency and that energy. And when your gut feeling tells you something, 99% of the time that gut feeling is right. I'm not saying to not show any kind of, I would say, caution, but then again, you have that discernment to that line to know, hey, let me just do this. It's called healthy impulses. So don't deny yourself of those. Be assertive. Oh my goodness, indecision. It kills you. It really kills you. A lot of people who are so successful, they have done so by being assertive, making a decision, getting mad. Make a decision. Allow your voice to heard. Do the things you want to do. Assertiveness is actually true honesty. because it's what you really want to do. It really shows what your real desires are. Next thing you can do is recognize your thoughts and feelings and examine your self-talk. Stand in front of a full-length mirror and take a good look at yourself and notice the beautiful person that you are. Think about the thoughts that you have throughout the day, and those garbage thoughts, just kick them out. Most people tend to distract themselves by TV and being online and eating food and on their phones or some other strategy to really and truly avoid spending time knowing yourself. We need to turn off the distractions sometimes and ask ourselves the real questions. Real questions. Am I really accepting myself? Another thing you can do is just continue evolving. Naturally, it's in it that we want to evolve. We want to grow. So don't be stuck. Don't allow yourself to be stuck by paradigms. Allow yourself to grow. Ask yourself those questions like, why am I not doing this? Is it because of what my grandma told me or auntie told me? Is this what I really want to do? Is this how it really is? Question stuff. Continue evolving and grow. Have an open mind. Be honest with yourself. And be honest about what you like and dislike so you can allow your life to evolve. And remember to treat every day as a new opportunity to practice self-acceptance. You must choose self-acceptance. If you want to experience it firsthand, it would not happen by accident. You have to be deliberate. So develop self-acceptance habits and drop the tendency to judge yourself harshly. And remember, free yourself from those emotions. Those emotions just take hold and cause you to do all sorts of stuff that does not make sense. I'm going to read a little quote by Jamie Lee Curtis. It says, I think happiness comes from self-acceptance. We all try different things and we find some comfortable sense of who we are. We look at our parents and learn and grow and move on. We change. So you learn the tools to help you to gain self-acceptance. Okay, so self-esteem and self-confidence, I'm going to speak a little bit about those also. So you can be aware of your shortcomings and still be happy with yourself. Your self-confidence doesn't have to suffer. You can be honest with yourself and still be a powerful force in the world. Remember that. You might be thinking, I thought I was supposed to be honest with myself and not build myself up. But being honest with yourself, if you're this here in terms of being honest with yourself, if you had a truly accurate picture of yourself and your situation, you'd be a lot happier with yourself and a lot more excited in life in general if you really knew you, rather than creating a facade. So it's important that you actually be honest. Know you, know who you are, know what you like and what you don't like. And if you're unsure of what you like, look to see what you don't like. And if you understand what you don't like, then it will help you to know what you like. So building self-esteem and self-confidence together, here are some strategies in which you can do. You can list your success. Remember when you were at your best and remind yourself how that felt. So in order to build your self-esteem and self-confidence, you can first of all list your success. Make a list of the things you appreciate about yourself. Remember, self-worth, self-love, and then dress up. You walk a little taller when you're wearing nice clothes. You deserve to feel good. There's no reason to wait for a job interview, a wedding, funeral, or whatever it is to feel good. I get up and I dress up because I understand the importance of dressing up and how it helps it to build self-esteem and self-confidence. Also, live by your values. It's important to live by your code. What you feel good about, what you feel badly when you do the opposite. Understand these things. Also set small goals and achieve it, and give yourself an easy path to feeling good and enhancing your life. Like sometimes you can set easy goals so that you can feel the taste of success. That actually helps to propel you to do more. And remember, at the end of the day, when it comes to purpose, everything, our purpose lies within what we're doing for others. So one of the great things that we need to do is to be kinder towards others, not just yourself, but to others. Because if you're hard on others, likely you're hard on yourself, because we tend to be more harder on ourselves. So avoid saying negative things and always be a good listener. Believe you me, people see your kindness. And if you have sufficient self esteem, self confidence, and self acceptance, then you will find that you are on your way to live an optimum life. You are already great, however you are, right? So there's no reason not to recognize it and treat yourself with admiration, with respect. That's what you deserve. Remember, get up every day and treat yourself like somebody you love. So here's a quote by Brené Brown. It says, "In my research, I've interviewed a lot of people who never fit in, who are what you might call different. Scientists, artists, thinkers. And if you drop down deep into their work and who they are, there's a tremendous amount of self-acceptance." So really and truly, we need to get to that place where we can find ourselves, examine ourselves, and be true to ourselves, like saying, hey, this is who I am. Accept what you did. Things that you find that you are not pleased with, just make a pact with yourself to change that so that you can reach to that state where you accept yourself unapologetically. So another way that you can actually help to improve your self-acceptance, and this is in closing down, is to use meditation. Meditation is actually a great tool because a lot of people are now doing it. They're now understanding the importance of it. Meditation and mindfulness is basically a rage right now. And though they've been around for a long time, they've now become really popular, and even the scientific world is getting involved. In fact, a quick search on your favorite search engine will demonstrate just how interested the world is in this topic. While meditation accomplishes a lot of stuff, right now I'm focusing a little bit on the self-acceptance. And here's just a way that you can use some tips. So meditation is a powerful method of stripping away the garbage that stands in the way of realizing the truth, because it allows us to clear our mind. It allows us to reflect on our thoughts. It also provides an emotional control, because when your emotions are appropriate, it's easier to accept yourself. It says, when you are discontent, you always want more. Your desire can never be satisfied when you practice, but when you practice contentment, you can say to yourself, yes, I already have everything that I really need. So here are some tips. You can create a daily schedule, because it's much better to meditate each day for a few minutes. You can start with 5 minutes. And as you grow and you do it more and you master the techniques, you can increase it. Ideally, though, like 20 minutes a day is perfect. And avoid making the mistake of falling into a schedule that is not consistent. So maybe you can say, hey, maybe I can do this every time I get up, the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes after I get up, even if it means setting aside an earlier time to get up so that you can meditate. Another important thing to do, a tip, is to find a comfortable spot. For me, I meditate in my closet most of the time. You don't need much, a quiet spot where you know you will not be disturbed. And of course, a great seat somewhere where you can be comfortable. You can do it laying down, but that's if you know you can stay awake, because meditation is so peaceful, you can't easily fall asleep. So I would recommend sitting up. Then start small, like a 5 to 10 minute start, and then grow to 20 minutes. Also, meditation is a relationship with yourself. So be nice to yourself. about your self-acceptance and be compassionate about yourself. Focus on breathing. That's another tip. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. Relax your shoulder. Allow the thoughts to flow. And you will find that your body becomes so relaxed, and you're able to master that skill of monitoring your thoughts. And then continue meditating, increasing the time until you're able to stop your mind from wandering. You probably wouldn't catch yourself for the first few times that you meditate as your mind drifts away. But then while you're meditating, all of a sudden you realize, hey, I've been thinking about something else other than just freeing my mind. And whenever your mind wanders, let those thoughts go. Think of thoughts of clouds blowing by, and you don't have to pay attention to them or be affected by them. Just let them go by. You will become much, much better as you practice some more. And meditation will show you that your mind creates thoughts. And these thoughts leads to feelings and beliefs. You'll also learn that you don't have to be affected by them. And being upset by your thoughts is just like punching yourself in the face. You can control your thoughts, but that's another talk. So just remember that it is crucial that you accept yourself in order to lead your life to a place of contentment. Learn how to deal effectively with your thoughts, and you can easily push past any self-doubt that keeps you from accepting yourself and finding that place of contentment. In closing, there's a little quote. It says, health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. Non-being is the greatest joy. We're all seeking contentment, perhaps more than happiness, but we need to view happiness as a side effect of contentment. The fact is, contentment is a prerequisite to feeling happy, and everyone is driven by the need for contentment. I hope that this little talk really and truly helps you to reach the stage where you can reflect and grab in to that talk. Have I been accepting myself? And if you haven't 100% reached that place of self-acceptance, work every day like you would exercise at the gym to ensure that you develop those muscles that help you to gain full self-acceptance. Thank you again so much for having me here on the Black Business Network. It's always indeed an honor and a pleasure. Thank you, Dr. Kelly and team, for this opportunity. My name is Andrea Adams. I could be reached at Linktree, Adorn Me. If you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to me there. Thank you all. I can't hear you, Grant. Thank you so much, Grant. So
sorry about that. I was on mute there for a minute. And I was telling you, first of all, thank you so much. You're building confidence in people. And you are just a wonderful orator. I love your books that you've got out there. That was the other thing. Can they find these books on Amazon, Barnes & Noble? Are they readily available?
Yes, they are available on all of them are on Amazon. And the one with Les Brown, The Greatness in You, it's actually available in Barnes & Noble also. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. And one more time, I know you gave us your Linktree. What is the best way to contact you?
Linktree. So it's Linktree/Adornami, ADORNAMI.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is so great. I want to thank you again for being on the Black Business Network. This has been wonderful. We definitely want to have you back. You are going to, I'd love to have you on as a staple. Like, we got to have the Andrea Adams Hour. That would be wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Genius is common, and I will see you on the other side.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the Hey Tie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200